Hello and welcome back to another series of Overrated, Underrated. A very simple concept. I take a few of the weekend's performances and rank them as overrated or underrated. With the Cheltenham November meeting just gone past, I thought I'd pluck out 3 performances and give you my opinions on them. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said, then please put it down below and we can have a conversation about it. And if there's any horse that I forgot that you'd like to know my opinion on, please drop them down below and I'll be sure to reply. So the first horse we're going to be taking a look at is Third Time Lucky for Dan Skelton, and I'm going to put this in the overrated section. Now this is solely based on his position in the Arkle market, currently around 10 to 1, and I just don't think what he's achieved on the track to date justifies that position. We look back at the race just gone and he unfortunately only had to face 3 runners, being Sebastopol, Captain Tomcat and Mick Pastor. Now Captain Tomcat and Mick Pastor, they both had a good dust up about 7 days ago, so I think it's fair to say they had their excuses for not being at their best. And then Sebastopol is most probably about as far away from a Grade 2 chaser as you'll find. Now Third Time Lucky is very entitled to win the way he did, but with this it's left this sort of sour taste in my mouth about this horse being a Grade 2 winning novice chaser. The very worrying or alarming thing about this performance is I feel like Third Time Lucky is going to continue to have these small fields against subpar horses who are just sort of plotting round for prize money as opposed to actually being competitive, because he is the best horse in the division. And I do worry that by the time we get to March and he actually faces a proper horse, he's going to be so underprepared for what's about to come that once again the British are going to get our asses handed to us. So the next horse we're going to be taking a look at is Sporting John for Philip Hobbs, and I'm just leaning towards the underrated side for him. Now this might be because I completely wrote him off prior to the race. His last win obviously came over fences, and it was a Grade 1 to be fair, but the race sort of fell apart and he was a bit of a mudlark and a plodder in my opinion, so I thought back over hurdles on quick ground I just didn't think would play into his strengths, but he well and truly proved me wrong. Now he is still unexposed over hurdles. I think the last time he ran over hurdles was in the Ballymore a couple of years ago, and he was thought highly enough to go off 5 to 1 in that race. I think it was the same race that NYLN won. So there was obviously some hope for him as a novice hurdler, and although things haven't gone exactly to plan for him, he has bounced back to form here. And in what is a wide open division, I know everyone's saying it, but in what is a wide open division, there could be a horse to come through here off a low mark and sort of find his way into the Stayers hurdle market. Now I did look at Betfair that they're currently 20 to 1. Now that might be a little bit short, and he's still going to have to cross a few more bridges before he gets there. But as an outside chance, I think I quite like it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I've gone a little bit over the top of him, but just that unexposed nature and that classy horse that once was there. I think he's going to win some races and some nice pots this year. So fingers crossed for Sporting John. Okay, and the last horse on our list is 3 under through 5, and I think I'm just going to lean towards an overrated performance of this one. Now again, I might be being a touch harsh considering he did win by 4 lengths, but this is solely based off I think Oscar Elite would have won by about 10 lengths had he not have fallen. And it wasn't like this was a tired fall or anything, this was just simply a novice mistake. It was his first time over fences, and Cheltenham isn't exactly the easiest task to handle first time round. He was just going so well at the time. Brendan Powell kicked him into the fence, he just didn't lift a foot, and went straight for it and foul. Obviously with that, I believe the race did fall apart. Connections will be fairly happy considering he was able to turn around, I believe it was a 5-length deficit with Does He Know and turn it into a 4-length win. So it was a good way of overturning that. And he obviously jumped a lot better than he had done previously before as well. I'm sure Connections will now be dreaming of a National Hunt chase horse, but until he comes out and does it again, I'm just going to have my reservations. Anyway, that's going to about wrap up our top 3 performances. If I got any wrong, or if you think I've got any wrong, as I said before, please drop them down below, and I'll look to come back most probably Thursday or Friday and do a race preview on the Betfair Chase, because looking at it from at least from an anti-post perspective, the market has a really good look to it, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys then.